It's National Gun Violence Awareness Day.
And that has Senator Tim Kaine speaking out and a local group planning a rally that starts in about an hour now. Investigative reporter Chris Horne has more on legislation to address gun violence as a public health and safety issue. Chris?
Laura, Kaine says he wants a better database about the types and causes of gun violence. So he's calling on more funding for the Centers for Disease Control. Kaine says the legislation will provide $10 million each year for the next 5 years. CDC would use the money to conduct or support research on firearm safety or gun violence prevention. Kaine says a rider on legislation from 20 years ago was misinterpreted by CDC, and as a result, the agency has done no research on gun violence, interpreted as a freeze. But CDC just emailed me in the past hour, and it gave several examples of research it has done recently on gun violence. The agency says its only limit is the amount of money it gets from Congress. Kaine is also backing a bill that would require background checks even for gun shows, internet sales, and other private gun transfers. We reached out to the NRA for comment. That group's statement says there is no prohibition on funding the CDC for legitimate research. Spokesman Lars Dalside says the rider Kaine described from 1996 prohibits taxpayer dollars being used to promote an anti-gun agenda. Meanwhile, to mark Gun Violence Awareness Day, the group's Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America will hold a Wear Orange rally this evening. It'll be in the playground area of Mount Trashmore in Virginia Beach. It begins in less than an hour at 6:30. CDC also told me that injury from gun violence is among the top 5 causes of death for Americans under the age of 65. Now, of course, we'll follow the legislation that Kaine supports for you, and we have more information on gun violence at WAVY.com. In the newsroom, Chris Horne, 10 on your side.